Hello, everyone, and welcome in. This is Aaron St. Denis at FFMadScientist, joined today by Jesse Moeller at JMoeller05, and welcome to the Fantasy Football Universe. Not gonna lie, that legit scared the shit out of me. Our intro's a little more of a WWE theme music, like it's high energy. And the last few we've been recording a series that's kind of a collaboration with FFAN, and their theme is shorter and much more docile. And I clicked ours and I was like, boom! My speakers are all up. Yeah, scared the living shit right out of me. Well, welcome in. I'm still dealing with a voice issue here nonstop. All this winter weather, man. It really got bad this week, and I can't make it through a podcast without choking to death here. But we will attempt to do so anyways. We are here for another 2024 rookie sneak peek. Today is Jesse's favorite guy, Oregon running back Bucky Irving. You will notice in our mock drafts, his ADP is slightly elevated. That's the reason why, right down there. Right?
Can't help myself. I need me some Irving in my life.
Yes. Right there. That's why Irving's ADP is slightly elevated. Do you want to tell us why JJ McCarthy's ADP is slightly elevated?
It might be this guy, this big old Michigan guy.
That is it. I was just saying that we got to switch around our mock draft order here because we keep overdrafting the same few guys. And like I said the other day, I took JJ at 105 and you took Bucky at what, 205, and didn't realize Jonathan Brooks was still on the board. So
yeah, I couldn't read the sleeper board. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Then because I saw him at 202 and I was like, he's gonna fall to me. I'll take Irving. Then I was like, wait, Brooks is available, son of a bitch. I was like, oh, that is.
I've done that though. I've done that in real drafts, like when you're, because the board gets so big, and sometimes that's why I have my series that we get closer to the season comparing ADPs from Fantasy Pros consensus to sleeper, Fantasy Pros to Yahoo, because you'll get in a draft on a platform, you're used to sleeper, then you go over to Yahoo and you're not used to certain guys being buried. And then you'll go to someone will draft him in the 12th round and be like, fuck, that guy was still on the board. It's like, I would have taken him 6 rounds ago, but that's why, like I said, I got that. My ADP comparison tool that I come out with in August, that's what the intention of it is. It's to help you find the guys that are going to be buried in ADP. Much like that, where you would have taken Brooks, but you got Bucky. So sure you like Bucky, so we'll get into him here. 4-star prospect and the 13th ranked running back in the 21 grad class from Hillcrest High School, Country Club Hills, Illinois. Hillcrest, is that from Back to the Future?
I mean, it could be.
Right?
I think it sounds familiar, like it is. Yes. We'll just say it is. Let's say
I think he is. I feel like it's Hillcrest. He is from Back to the Future. He's already moved up a spot in my ADP right now. Irving joined Minnesota as a freshman and made an impressive start, accumulating 772 yards, 141 touches, and scored 4 touchdowns in 12 games. Quickly became a regular on the field and was vital to their offense. However, he felt his abilities could have been utilized more effectively. Yeah, that happens in Minnesota. Get out of the Big Ten. So he transferred to University of Oregon for 2022. This podcast is just me talking shit about every other Big Ten team besides Michigan, just so you know that. So we'll go.
Yeah, well, these Oregon boys are coming next year, so it's gonna be fun.
Irving has proven himself again by making an immediate impact in his new situation. The difference in Oregon was that allowing Irving to showcase his talents in the passing game. He did exceptionally well. Led Oregon in touches with 187 yards from scrimmage with 1,357 and finished second in touchdowns with 8. In 23, Irving returned to Oregon to win a national champion. Oh yeah, last year, right? They won it last year?
No, he tried to. That's phrased weird. That's I gotta fix
that.
I was like, he wanted to come back to win the championship.
Okay, gotcha. I was like, wait, they won the Natty last year? I can't remember who won it last year. Was it Georgia the year before?
Well, 2023. 2022. It was.
Oh no, 2023 was Michigan. It was. I thought you. Talked me in a circle here. Anyway,
I was like, wait.
Although the team couldn't quite make it, Irving was a valuable asset to the. I just wanted another chance to plug that Michigan won the Natty. That's all it was. That's all that was. That was just me.
Like a logo or it's.
Yeah, that was just me talking shit again. I led Oregon in touches with 242 yards from scrimmage with 1,593 and came second in touchdowns with 13. On December 11th, 2023, he declared for the NFL draft. Highly fascinating running back prospect. Several analysts have him as the RB1. There's That doesn't surprise me. Like this class, there seems to be 5 or 6 at the top, and there isn't a consensus. I think a lot of it's going to go down to draft capital and landing spot. So, where do you want to start? What do you think about Bucky?
He's just fun. Like you watch the tape on Bucky Irving, and he does a lot of good things. And I mean, the issue comes back to it is the smaller size. There's always gonna be a thing people are gonna be like, oh, he's smaller. But for me, myself, I don't mind smaller running backs in today's NFL. Like this is why I was higher on James Cook. This is why I hired Devin Chain, Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't really care if they're explosive and they can do good. They're gonna be used. So he went to Oregon and they let him thrive in the passing game. Obviously, he was a really good rusher too. But like they added an element to his game where he just was a multifaceted just asset for an NFL team. And I see that translating really well to him at the next level.
All right. I like that. I thought you were going to go with he's got that dog in him. I always hear that.
Dog.
It's so getting over. Okay, when my buddy Cody Carpentier started doing it a couple years ago, he was basing it off of his,
the dog rating that Cody has? Yeah. Like it's
I went to I almost crashed the whole stream. I went to reload. I'm still going, right?
Yeah, we're good.
I went to reload his page here to correct the little error at the bottom, and I reloaded the StreamYard.
You're like,
we're good. Okay. No. So yes, Cody based his off the dog rating. So he said he's got that dog in him, which was a funny way of saying he meets his quantifiable blah, blah, blah. Now everyone just says that, oh, I like that guy. Why? Oh, he's got a dog in him. They don't even know. It just means I don't know why I like him, but I heard somebody else say it. So I'm going to say he's got a dog in him.
Right. They're like, he's usually tough, finishes and plays hard. It's like, okay, cool. I get it. Yeah.
It's like upside. Every fucking player who's dog shit who might be good has upside, but
yeah, it's
5'10", 195. So he's not small, not big for sure. He's a junior, 21 and a half. As you said, 1 year at Minnesota, 2 at Oregon. Let's get into the scouting reports. His strengths, surprisingly powerful runner, and even with his smaller frame, he always makes a defender earn a tackle. Is a nightmare in the open field, and it's nearly impossible to bring him down one-on-one. Pairs vision with athleticism to set up multiple moves in space. Short area quickness is the best you will see in this class. Good receiver. That will be a plus in the passing game, and his initial burst on plays is elite. And guys move at different levels he moves at different levels than other players. The interesting thing here for me is the receiving game chops, because out of the initial 6, like the top 6 here, we have of what? Brooks, Irving, Estime, Corum,
Allen and Benson, basically.
Yeah, those guys. Shipley. There was only, I think, maybe 1 or 2 who I even graded as above average pass catchers. The top 6 do not seem to be great pass catchers in this class. So if you're saying you think he has above average pass catching chops, that would definitely be beneficial, because I don't think the rest of these guys do. So what was his biggest strength for you?
So yeah, it's the short area quickness and like how he uses it with his vision. Like it's why he's so good at missed tackles force, and like he doesn't get brought down early. Like it's because how quick he is and how powerful is the runner too, because he does these one cut moves that are really special. But it's like to his passing game chops, he's not that CMC Jahmyr Gibbs type player coming out. He still has work he needs to do in the passing game, but you see enough out of him. It's just the routes he was running at Oregon, he wasn't running deep routes. He wasn't doing the big boy routes for like running backs. So it's kind of a TBD. But like as a passing game weapon, like he got a ton of receptions. So you like seeing that, like back-to-back 30+ reception seasons for Oregon.
Yeah, but like I said, out of the top 6, I think 3 I noted as pretty bad receivers. 2 of them were maybe average, and 1 was good. So he might have been one of the ones I rated as above average or good. I don't really remember. I don't have my rankings with me, but that's that would definitely be a benefit in this. But like I said, though, for the top 6, I think it's going to come down to, like, you could rank him 6th in that top group. You could rank him 1. It's going to come down to draft capital and landing spot, because that's going to decide which of these out of these 6 move to the top of the list, because some of them are going to get into the first round of rookie drafts, the end, the ones who get day 2 capital, and the others are going to clump together in the middle of the second round. So
yeah, like I just don't know if he's going to get the draft capital. It's like the biggest concern I have with him. I'm just not sure.
I don't know
the NFL if he's worthy of it. Yeah, like it's so hard.
I was saying, someone had a couple of running backs in the first round of the NFL draft, and I said I thought it was more likely that no running backs get taken on day 1 or 2 than that whatever 2 get taken in day 1. Like,
that's not.
I could see. I think you might go till the 3rd round to see a running back taken. It wouldn't surprise me.
Like late, like I think somebody's gonna go like late 2nd in the NFL draft, but like that's probably the earliest we'll see. I don't imagine anyone doing early. Like I just don't see it happening with these running backs.
Weaknesses. Size is an issue that shows up in pass pro, could limit his ceiling in the NFL. Although he has potential to be an excellent receiver, he needs to improve his route running skill to fully pay off his talent. Can be too patient behind the line of scrimmage. Although he is a terror with his short area quickness, his long speed does not match that level. I would like to see him gain some weight in the offseason to get to the next level. What was the biggest weakness for you?
It's the pass pro. He's legit too small. And he is a strong back, like, and he finishes runs wrong. It just doesn't translate with his technique in pass pro. So, like, you see sometimes if he's going up against like a legit DN, he can get absolutely blown up. And that is a major concern for teams if he's playing on third down. This is similar to James Cook. We see this all the time, right? If they don't trust you to pass block, like, you're not going to be in there. So that is my biggest concern with him if an NFL team's going to put him in those situations. Because if they do it, he can thrive. It's just you don't want your quarterback to get killed. So that is by far the biggest for him, because then he becomes this 2-down grinder who's a smaller back, and it's really difficult to be fantasy viable for that.
Don't mind me, I'm dying over here. No, I had to go over. Our next part is the draft capital. And I do mine in Mock Draft Simulator. That's where I have all my mocks. So I had to go over because I forgot where he was. And I'm trying to search him. I'm going, why can't I find him? And then I forgot his name is what? Marquise?
Oh, yeah. That was a surprise to me. I was like, oh, his name's not Bucky. Oh, yeah. So it's like Marquise with the apostrophe in the middle. Yeah.
I did this one with Penn State Chop Robinson. Mm-hmm. I searched. When I started doing my initial research, I searched everywhere. Could not find a Chop Robinson. But I'm like, who is this first round Penn State player who keeps coming up? Is it his brother, like Demiuan or whatever? His first name is like Demiuan Robinson. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, it's the same guy. It's just his real name. I didn't know that was Chop was just his nickname because I don't really follow Penn State. And I was like,
that's too funny.
When I seen this in your write-up, I was like, oh, Marquise. I didn't know. I know most of them by their nicknames. So, yeah. So you have him going in round 3-4 to the Commanders. Why do you like the Commanders? And what do you think the likelihood of him going in round 3 is versus slipping to round 4? If you had to put it like 50-50 round 3, what do you think?
Well, I'm obviously higher on him. So if I was an NFL team, I'd be worrying to take a stab on him in the third. I think it's more likely than not, just because the traits he offers compared to the rest of the backs of this class, like, the ceiling is decently high, and he could be a valuable asset for an NFL team. So I think he can go that route. But my thought process behind Washington, or why some of the other teams I have listed in here, is like you're getting the new young quarterback, pairing them two together, and letting Irving be basically a difference maker early, and then on third downs too on top of it. It just gives them another weapon in the game, which these teams need, and he can be a valuable asset. So I think Washington's a nice fit because as much as people like their running backs, like Gibson's just whatever at this point. And Brian Robinson, he's more of a plotter. So you bring in him, and he's an instant upgrade as a running back. So I think that just works well for him. He has a valuable role with the fantasy football team.
We appear to be on the same page here. I have him literally the same. Round 3/4. I have Washington or Minnesota as good fits. I'm not all that high on the Minnesota running backs there. I don't mind Ty Chandler, but if we're going to do Alexander Madison again, no, thank you. Yep, I agree. I think he's 50-50. I think, I don't know. They're all 50-50. They could all go in round 3. They could all slip to day 3. It's going to be, it's really early too. A lot of these guys are going to be affected by the combine. Inevitably, someone who's supposed to run fast runs slow. Someone runs faster. Someone does this. Someone does that. So it's always going to, there's so much left up in the air right now. It's tough to project, but I think round 3-4, he's a borderline day 2, day 3 guy. I like Washington or Minnesota myself. That concludes the 2024 rookie sneak peek for Oregon running back, and Jesse's my guy, Bucky Irving. We'll have to do that in the My Guy series. I'll have to remember. We don't hold you to that. All right. Head over to the fantasyfootballuniverse.com for the full write-up. This one was done by Jesse because, of course, it was. Or check back tomorrow for the next guy in the series. Might be Marshawn Lloyd, but don't quote me on that. For Aaron, can you hear him yelling in the background? Fortnite. He's
a big fan of Lloyd.
Fortnite. Yeah, he loves Marshawn Lloyd. So he's yelling in the background, but my apologies. Check back tomorrow for Aaron and Jesse. Thank you all for tuning in to the Fantasy Football Universe. Take care, guys.